2 rounds of 10 snatches at 175 pounds and 12 burpees. Then straight into 2 rounds of 10 snatches at 115 pounds and 12 burpees. There is a 9-minute time cap. To put it in perspective how fast this workout can be, Matt Fraser completed this work in a time of 5 minutes and 9 seconds. So stay glued to your seats. You are in for a show. 1 minute. So we will be able to see where the athletes are quite easily as they advance the barbell every 5 reps and their burpees every 6 reps for the first 2 rounds. "30 seconds. Seconds. Stand by. All right, here we go, and they are off. Welcome to Sydney, Australia, and the 2018 CrossFit Games Pacific Regional. As the males make their way through 10 snatches, after their first 5 reps, they will advance the barbell through. Then 12 burpees, again advancing the barbell every 6 repetitions. All right, so your early leaders, we have down in lane number 10, Hayden Wolfsbauer, lane 9, Mayun Sik Kwak, and lane 8, Sulmin Choi. As Hayden Wolfsbauer, your first athlete to move forward onto the burpees. In behind that, we have Alex Younger. So again, the first 2 rounds are completed with the 175-pound barbell. Then they'll finish at the 115-pound barbell for the final 2 rounds. So it's Hayden Wolfsbauer, followed by Alex Younger. They are number 1 and 2 going in, and it is Hayden Wolfsbauer that advances the barbell just in behind Alex Younger, who is your new leader. So it's Alex Younger down in lane 4, who should start round number 2 ahead of anyone else. In behind that is Hayden Wolfsbauer. As Alex Younger now advances the barbell to commence round 2. So 10 snatches at 175, advancing the barbell after 5 reps. James Connery just in behind. Hayden Wolfsbauer in behind that. And Alex Younger touching going on his first 5 reps. He will advance the barbell through first. So Alex Younger, as he moves the barbell through to complete the second 5 reps. Remember though, for the second 2 rounds, it's 115 pounds, so a lot lighter for these athletes as they're making their way through with the 175-pound bar. Your first athlete there was Alex Younger, as he now advances the barbell for the 12 burpees in the second round. So Alex Younger now making a little bit of a lead out on Hayden Wolfsbauer and James Connery. So it's Alex Younger in lane 4. Your lead up, now Jesse Burns comes into second place. So it's Alex Younger followed by Jesse Burns, lane 4 and lane 2. So as Alex Younger makes his way through the second set of 6 burpees, he has the outright lead on the field. And he shows no signs of slowing down. At the end of these 6 burpees, he will move forward to the second barbell at 115 pounds. So Alex Younger, as he gets over the barbell for the final time, almost walks around as he makes his way through to round 3 at 115 pounds. Alex Younger out in front of the field. And he's touching going his repetitions. So it's Alex Younger, followed by Jesse Burns, who now makes his way out onto the snatches. That's 5 down for Alex. That's 5 down for Jesse. So Jesse Burns slowly making a little bit of a dint in that gap between the first 2 athletes. We now have James Connew join out. And here we go as Alex moves the bar forward. He'll start the 12 burpees at the 115 pound bar. Jesse Burns in just behind. Right, so it's Alex Younger and Jesse Burns, 1 and 2 in lane 4 and in lane 2. Alex took the early lead. Jesse Burns looks like he's doing the burpees just that slight bit quicker. It's going to come down to the final round between these 2 athletes to take out the first heat of individual event number 4. Down here in beautiful Sydney, Australia. As they both move the barbell forward, there's nothing separating Alex Younger and Jesse Burns now. Jesse Burns may have just taken the lead now off Alex Younger as he moves through the final couple of reps of the burpees on the second round of the 115 pound bar. He will advance first. So Jesse Burns, your new leader, just 1 second ahead of Alex Younger. Jesse Burns picks the bar up first. So Jesse with just 7 reps remaining of the snatch as he moves forward, just 5 reps to go for Jesse. Alex Younger now moves the bar forward. So he's got about a 2 rep lead now, Jesse Burns. As he moves through the final 2 reps of the snatch, he will start the burpees first as he puts the bar forward. 12 burpees to go for Jesse Burns. So now opened up just a little bit of a lead on Alex Younger. James Connew now is giving chase. But it's Jesse Burns in lane 2 who looks like he's going to take out this first heat. Or will Alex Younger catch up on the final 12 burpees? As Jesse makes his way through with 6 reps to go. Just 5 reps now for Jesse. Sydney, Australia and the Pacific region, make some noise for your Heat 1 winner. Down in lane number 2, it is Jesse Burns. As Alex Younger now making his way through the final 2 reps, he will then get over the bar, straight over to the finish line, and that's good for second for Alex Younger. Right, James Connew now making his way through the final 6 burpees. But Tom Lengill now starts on his burpees. So just 6 reps behind, but look at the burpee pace on Tom Lengill. Can he get there and close that gap out on James Connew? But it looks like James will get across the line next as Tom Lengill advances the bar for the final 6 reps. Then Sulmin Choi in behind Tom, but it will be Tom Lengill that gets over the bar and runs to the finish mat next. There is a 9-minute time cap on this event, so we got 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. Can Sulmin Choi get over the line next? He's over the barbell and to the finish mat. Mayung Sik Kwak and Hayden Wolfsbauer now battling it out for next to the finish mat. As Mayung Sik Kwak gets across the line. So it's Hayden Wolfsbauer and Billy Pullen. They're the next 2 to finish off this event. We have just 50 seconds remaining. So Hayden Wolfsbauer, just a few reps remaining, but Billy Pullen gets over the line next, followed very closely by Hayden Wolfsbauer. As Yoongi Cho gets through onto the burpees with 30 seconds left on the clock. Can he get through to the end? Just a few reps remaining for Yoongi Cho. And he also gets across to the finish mat. With 15 seconds on the clock, let's make some noise for Aaron Osborne as he makes his way through the final 17 reps. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And there we have it. Heat 1. And your Heat 1 winner goes to Jesse Burns.
Beat from Heat 1 in this fourth event was 6:36 from Jesse Burns. "30 seconds, athletes." "10 seconds. Stand by. And here we go. The gentlemen make their way to the opening barbell. 10 snatches required. And in lane 2, it is Jake Douglas holding on to the bar and tapping and going. The first 5 repetitions. Remember, that's 175 pounds on the bar. And Jake Douglas making a bit of a statement along with David James. So lanes 2 and lanes 8 are your leaders. And Jake Douglas is already on the burpees. We are 40 seconds down. And Douglas in 2 and James in 8 are your early leaders, both men on the burpees already. It is 12 burpees over the bar. So the event record for this, 5:09. Will we see that fall in Sydney, Australia this afternoon at the Kudos Bank Arena? I have a number of gentlemen now working on the burpees, but none are further through the set of 12 than Jake Douglas in lane number 2, and he has 1 more to go, and he will then advance his barbell. So Douglas now moves on to the second set of 10 snatches at 175, and he continues to tap and go. Now, David James in lane 8 is about to join him, as is Grayson Shiphorst in lane 7. Douglas is already done with the first set of 5. Hugo Layton joins in on the fun in lane 6, as does Joel Munro and Michael McCarty. So a number of gents now on the second set of snatches, but they're all giving chase to the man in lane 2, who is making light work of those snatches, and he will move on to the 12 burpees. 2 minutes and 13 seconds have expired in this workout. And Jake Douglas is the only man on the second set of 12 burpees. David James, Grayson Shiphorst will join him in a moment. Michael McCarty opting for singles, as is Joel Munro. But Douglas is already on the last 6 burpees. Now we have another man on the burpees, and that is David James. So David James has continued to hold second place. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jake Douglas. He moves to the second barbell, which is 115 pounds. He now is required to do 10 snatches, and he has a handy lead. He holds onto the bar and goes straight into the second set of 5 for this first round of 10. We are 3 minutes and 34 seconds down. He's chasing down 6:36 from Jesse Burns in the previous heat of this 4th event. And David James will now make his way to the second barbell, and he is muscle snatching that bar in lane number 8. Now Michael McCuddy in lane 4, he's made a bit of a move, and he finds himself now in 3rd place. Jake Douglas has led from the beginning. McCuddy advances the bar to the second set of 5 without dropping it, and Michael McCuddy is now in 2nd place. So James, Shiphorst, McCuddy, and of course Douglas are all on the second bar. And now Joel Munro joins in on the front, as does Riley Smith. 4:35 down, and what a treat we are getting this afternoon in Sydney, Australia. Jake Douglas is on his last round of snatches, ladies and gentlemen. And we have 4:50 on the clock. Remember, 6:36 is the time to beat. Will he be able to hang on to the bar? Yes, he does. 4 more snatches for Douglas, make that 3 more. And Jake Douglas is done with the snatches, and he will advance the bar. 12 more burpees for Douglas. 5:20 is on the clock. McCurry advances the bar to his last round of snatches. So Michael McCurry in lane 4 and David James in lane 8 are battling it out for 2nd spot, but neither of those gentlemen are within striking distance of Douglas, who has dominated this heat from start to finish. And 6 more burpees for Jake Douglas. Kudos Bank Arena, Sydney, Australia. Give it up for Jake Douglas on his last 6 burpees. This has been a dominating performance. And with 2 more burpees to go, he will beat Jesse Burns' time. Jake Douglas, ladies and gentlemen. And he takes the time from the previous heat by over 30 seconds, so the race is on for 2nd. It's McCurry in James. McCurry in lane 4, James in lane 8. McCurry with 6 burpees remaining. He is currently in 2nd place. And Sydney, Australia, join me in putting your hands together for Michael McCuddy. He is done in lane 4 in 6:40 unofficial. So the next man to finish this event looks to be David James in lane number 8. He was 2nd for a good portion of this event, and he has got less than 2 burpees to go. David James, ladies and gentlemen, he is done with this event in lane number 8. We have a number of men finishing off their last set of burpees. .720 has expired on the clock, and the next man across the line is Antonio Barrios in lane 10, and Joel Munro in lane 3 is also done, as is Grayson Shiphorst in lane 7, as is Hugo Leighton in lane 6. So we've got Lavanda, Smith, and Sanjay still working on the burpees. Smith is done. Hayden Lavanda with 6 burpees remaining. 1:10 remaining before cap, so both these gentlemen looking to finish this event. 1 minute remaining. And Sydney, Australia, can you put your hands together for Hans Sanjay and Hayden Lavanda, all men through in this second heat, but your winner, of course, of that heat is Jake Douglas.
This is event number 4 of the men's competition. And our standings after 3 events. James Newbury leading the way once again, backing up what he did last year. Dean Linda Late, the number 1 seed from the Open, moving into second. And our surprise packet, Matt McLeod, into third. Level pegging with Brandon Swan. And Royce Dunn, the big unit from Brisbane, rounding out our top 5. Our event description. For event number 4, this is going to be hard and heavy first. It is 2 rounds of 10 snatches at 175, 125, 12 burpees, and then 2 rounds of 10 snatches at 115, and then 12 burpees. We've got a 9-minute time cap. Our lane assignments as athletes walk onto the floor. A couple of guys we need to keep our eyes on. Lane Sen, the guy with it all to do. 2-time games competitor Zeke Grove. And look out for Royce Dunn. Can he maintain that position in the top 5? As Luke Fiso hot on his heels, a couple of points back. There is the big unit from Brisbane, Royce Dunn from CrossFit Torian. He is one of our larger athletes at 225 pounds. And he's had a great start to competition here at the Pacific Regional. He's second. The event results for Royce. What a way to claw things back for the last couple of events. He's really happy with this one. He's having a great time with his good mate, CJ Walker. They have a great social media battle about who's going to win how many events down here. But spoke to Royce earlier and he said this is really good for him and he could muscle snatch the 175 pounds, but he's going to see how he goes. Only 24 points separating 5th from 10th, so things are very, very tight. And day 2 is moving day here at the Pacific Regional. We've seen a little bit of a shake-up already. I think there's another one to come. This is event number 4 and heat 3 of the men's. Big crowd in here at Kudos Bank Arena. And they're waiting for something special. And I think they are about to get it. Underway. Event number 4. The 4th test of these athletes over the course of the regional. Another 2 tests tomorrow. We have seen so many changes on the leaderboard so far after 3. And D, it's going to be a battle to start, but then it speeds up and gets nastier and lighter.
It sure does. Now we see, as we look down the line, we see a lot of the athletes just choosing to start this off with single reps. They're following the bar down and patting it down. Landing in that power snatch position.
Great shot of Royce Dunn, probably with the biggest snatch, rolling his bar forward and into his burpees first. He knew this one was going to be good for him.
Look how efficient Zeke Grove is here, just with his shirt off here in the left of the screen. Really fast on those burpees, possibly due, you know, he is a smaller athlete, short range of motion, so he can move very efficiently. And I love how he's taking just a tiniest little step and a jump over the barbell, so not having to launch too high, not wasting any extra airtime.
Well, he's not very tall anyway. Nicknamed Gimli, it is Zeke Grove, 2-time games competitor. And sitting in 19th after 3, he has got some work to do here, but this one is going to be good for him.
It sure is going to be good for him, but it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how these athletes choose to play this event out. I actually think it's almost 2 events in one, and being that, you know, those who are stronger and able to move that barbell need to take advantage of the heavier weight, because once they get onto that lighter weight, it really starts to even up the playing field.
I've spoken to a few athletes overnight and again this morning. A lot of the athletes were going to go single reps on the 175 and then go unbroken on the 115. And it looks like it is going to be happening all the way down until they hit that lighter barbell. Big Royce currently in 5th position. That is easy weight.
He looks like he's not having any problems at all as he sets up, he turns his lats on and pulls the weight up and standing to extension.
Something to think about with the taller athletes on the field. It is a shorter barbell. So when you've got a bigger wingspan with these taller athletes, they're going to have to move their hands narrower than they normally would. So that tricep extension we saw yesterday on the bench press, is that going to come into play when they're power snatching?
Potentially, Jeremy. Look, I guess the thing is, you know, with a shorter barbell, is that they can't actually get their arms into the right width in which they normally may do using a longer barbell. You know, perhaps they need their arms out wider, or it might mean that their hands are really close to where the weights are.
Top of screen, Zeke Grove, 2-time Games athlete, looking to book a 3rd trip back. He's our current leader in heat number 3, and he needs to set a fast pace because 2-time Games competitor Mitch Cinnamon is hot on his heels in the center of the screen.
Jeremy, I had a chat to Mitch before walking out to here, and he said he was hungry for this event. Let's see if he can really dig deep for this. We know that, you know, Mitch loves to hurt, and this is an event where he can really shine.
I can tell you now that Zeke Grove is going to speeding up at this back end. But just getting called back for a no rep on that first burpee. So Zeke's to the right of screen, Mitch in the center of the screen, and the time to beat, 6:01 from Jake Douglas.
Now, the weight isn't a problem here for these competitors, so in this back end of the race, it really comes down to how much are you willing to hurt? You've got to remember, at this component of the race, their heart rate is like going through the roof. And with a heart rate going through the roof, they're also having to, you know, drop down onto the floor and jumps standing up.
Zeke Grove a couple of reps ahead of Mitch Cinnamon. Zeke moving forward now. Mitch seconds behind. And these two athletes getting over the line quick is going to shake the leaderboard up. Royce Dunn sitting in 5th. Oh, Zeke Grove, well done. Cutting down those transitions.
You see Royce Dunn here on screen, and he's done what Zeke Grove did by walking that barbell transition.
Zeke now, he needs a great result to climb back up that leaderboard if he wants a chance for another trip back to Madison this year. But he's doing all the right things to get there. But Mitch hot on his heels, and now Royce battling it out. Nathan Horner, bottom of the screen. Don't discount him to shake things up either. Zeke Grove, top of screen, Mitch Cinnamon, center of screen. Oh, look at Zeke go! Wow, he wants this, Zeke Grove.
Do you know what I love,
Go,
Jeremy?
you good thing.
Do you know what I love is that, see how low to the ground these guys are going? Oh,
Zeke Grove, boom, 6:01. Looks like it's going to be similar time to Jake Douglas. Mitch Cinnamon crawling over the line ahead. Oh, but Royce Dunn, Zeke, you needed that. Delivered to when needed. Nathan Horner, bottom of the screen to the right. There's not too many guys walking over the line. They are crawling over the line. Great result again from Royce Dunn. What a great 2 days of competition for him. He's got another one up on CJ, who is battling it out with with the white hat in the center of screen, rolling his bar forward for the last 6 burpees. Remember, it's a 9-minute time cap. Jordan Bender finishing up. Mason Doherty, top of screen in the black shirt, finishing up. 3 athletes left as CJ comes over. 7 minutes. Ant Haynes at the bottom of the screen in the grey shirt, and Harry Debenham, our last 2 athletes. Ant Haynes over the line, which leaves Harry Debenham. But what a great result from Zeke Grove. What a great battle with those 2.
Oh, it was a great battle. It was neck and neck all the way. You know, it really just came to that, down to that last burpee. And I loved how both of those guys on those last set of burpees got down really, really low and moved as fast as they possibly could. Excellent race, excellent race.
The entire heat 3 will be finishing under the time cap of 9 minutes, and Harry the Giraffe is going to get done under that 8 minutes. Talk about a moving day down here in the Pacific. We're going to see some moving on the leaderboard. Zeke Grove with it all to do. Oh, and look how tight it is. Milliseconds. Lucky they've got their chip timers on. But Zeke, a great result. Heat 3 is done. Heat 4 on the way. Don't go anywhere. More action from Kudos Bank Arena at Sydney Olympic Park coming up soon. After 3 events, James Newbury out in front. Linda Layton hot on his heels, so backing up what he did in the Open. Brandon Swan looking to get back to the games after a couple of years out. But Royce Dunn and Matt McLeod are newcomers. And are we going to see some new blood heading to Madison in August this year for the Reebok CrossFit Games? We'll have to wait and see. 6 events the entire weekend. This is the 4th. 2 rounds of 10 snatches at 175, 12 burpees. Then 2 rounds of 10 snatches at 115 and 12 burpees. Moving up the floor, the weight getting lighter as I progress through the event. We've got a 9-minute time cap. Big crowd coming in now to Kudos Bank Arena to see some amazing performances. We've already seen a couple from James Newbury. Can he grab another event win and another 100 points? The newcomer back after a couple of injuries and a couple of poor performances the previous regionals. 7th, 6th and 1st. But Dean Linda Layton will be moving very quick on this one. A great Open, a great year of training. And moving day doesn't just mean you're going upwards, moving down as well. And Baden Brown, great start to yesterday, but 34th in event 3. He's got some work to do to get back into that top 5. Expect some really quick times. We've got a 6:01 from both Jake Douglas and Zeke Grove to compare it to. Underway. There are some great athletes here with great barbell cycling speed.
Now, if we just take a look there, over in lane 1, we see some touch and go by Carlos. And he's adopting that technique. He's just, he's now doing single reps here, but he started off with a bang, doing some touch and go. Was that mentally just to get ahead of his competitors?
It's interesting you say that because you get that little few seconds ahead, people are now starting to chase you, and that means they may change their strategy, which may blow them out at the back end. So Carlos, the first 5 touch and go, then 5 singles. We'll see how that plays out. But we've seen some other guys go too hard too early, and they can't hang on at the back end. Strategy is so important, especially with this heavy barbell cycling early. We know guys like Brandon Swan and Matt Riley, Dean Linda Layton, they can cycle a barbell very well.
Well, the weight for those guys is no problems whatsoever. So let's see how that plays on when we get to the second component of this race. Personally, I think this is a two-part event. You've got your heavy weight to commence the event, and then it is literally just a grip off the floor, and how hard do you want to work and how hard can you go.
Carlos Abaladejo is battling it out with another guy that we're used to seeing. His name is Khan Porter, who's currently in second. Carlos left the screen there in the black and the green. Brandon Swan in the top 5 coming into this event. Looks so relaxed this weekend, Brandon Swan. He's in contention for one of those qualifying spots, but as he said last night, don't count your chickens too early.
Yes, he is in contention for one of those spots. What I'd like to see from Brandon, though, is if you can see Brandon in the white shirt, he is snatching and he's standing up, he's dropping the barbell, but he rolled the bar forward in that instance. But what I'd like him to do is just stay a little bit closer to the barbell instead of just almost wanted to take that step back. So I'd like to see him use his hands to follow the barbell down, grab it again, reset, reload, and go.
Great battle going on. We have a new leader, well, equal leader now, Khan Porter and Dean Linda Layton going a burpee for burpee, and Luke Fiso just out of that top 5. Some mixed results, an 8th, a 7th and a 16th.
Jeremy, I'm looking forward to Khan when he starts to get onto that lighter barbell. So the heavier barbell is around 80 kilos, where the lighter barbell is 52 kilos. Now, we know that this guy has the ability to move things fast. So I'm really looking forward to seeing, and he knows how to hurt as well. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him in this component.
And down on the floor, got some comment from Lily Cosgrove.
His eyes on Khan Porter. So Dean Linda Layton is watching, Khan is just playing his own game. So it's really interesting to watch how they're sort of playing off each other in the field.
Well, this is going to be a great battle at the back end. The event record's 5:09 from Matt Fraser, but Khan Porter doing all he can to get a return trip back. Khan Porter, Dean Linda Layton, and now James Newbury add that to the mix.
Look at his cycle speed on the burpees. See how he's not actually standing to full extension before he jumps over the barbell? What that's going to do is it's going to ensure that he can cycle that burpee just that little bit faster.
So in the previous heat, Zeke Grove and Roy Dunn moved their barbell. They walked it overhead between the last 5 reps for the last power snatches at the back end. Are we going to see the same from these athletes? We're about to see from Khan Porter at the top of the screen. That's his first rep, you can see at the top.
Jeremy, I want to know, how did James Newbury, how did he sneak up on everybody? You know, he just kind of came out of nowhere.
James Newbury did exactly that and walked his bar forward. He wants another event win, but he's in battle with Khan Porter, and now Baden Brown are walking the barbell forward. It's going to come down. James Newbury's now taken the lead. Is he going to get another 100 points to add to his others that he got yesterday? Khan Porter moving super fast in lane number 9. It's going to be a great battle, but it is James Newbury to move first. James Newbury is going to get the new record time down here at the Pacific Regional. And he is going to get another 100 points. That is why he is a 2017 Pacific champ. And Khan Porter, we knew the back end of the regionals was going to be great. That's outstanding, Khan Porter.
Wasn't that exciting? Wasn't that absolutely thrilling?
It doesn't stop there, Dee. Baden Brown is in. Rob Watt is in. Dean Linda Layton is still battling away. Carlos Albaladejo down the bottom. Rob Watt's going to shake things up with that result. Brandon Swan, what's that going to do for his? As Dean Linda Layton comes over the line. Swanee coming in now in lane 2. Oh, gee whiz. Matt Riley, now the last athlete on his last 6. That was an electric heat.
It sure was exciting. Now, Matt is one of our larger athletes, so, hey, that's a long way to go from, you know, being over 6 foot down to the floor.
Matt Riley in 6:40, well over 2 minutes faster than the time cap. James Newbury, another 100 points, and it looks as though he's going to have another regional title to his list. He just stuck at it all the way through, just chipping away. James Newbury, if you're wondering if he's found his spark, gee whiz, he's proven it already.
I don't have to question that anymore.
Not at all. He said he was going to come in here with a couple of event wins. There's 3 from 4.
Man, what is this guy like?
Crazy, crazy fast heats. Crowd appreciating all these athletes. But he just chipped away, doing the single reps to start.
Jeremy, it looks like he basically came out of nowhere. If you look down the line, he's not leading from the start. You know, this is a 2-part event where, you know, they have the heavier barbell at the start and then the lighter one in the end. Now, Khan was leading from the front, but look, it looks like James Newbury was just able to stay very consistent and run his own race and be able to accelerate from that 90% over to the 110%.
It was probably a good strategy, sitting back, watching what everyone was doing, knowing how much you've got left in the tank to give for that, as you said, that 2 parts of this event. And sitting back, going into the lighter barbell, he's proven that he had a heap in the tank and just plowed through that last little bit. And our 2017 Pacific Regional Champ is standing by with Lily Cosgrove.
James Newbury, here we are again.
Yep.
Another 100 points on event number 3. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, tell us, you didn't start in the lead. You were going for single reps on that heavy bar from the start, whereas some of the other guys decided to go touch and go and they were creeping ahead of you. What was the plan with that and why did it work?
Well, I practiced touch and go in training and realised how much it affects you in the back end of that workout. So I just wanted to play it smart and do what I normally do and try and take everything really easy. I love you too. Take it like nice and smooth and stick to my game plan. I think the worst thing you can do is lane watch, unless you're really, really good at it. Like, there's a few guys that are good at it, but most people aren't. So don't lane watch, focus on what you got to do. Stick to your game plans. And I just kept telling myself, have faith in your training, have faith in your ability, and put in your best effort and you'll be fine.
So you mentioned that in training, in practice, you were a bit slower. So how did it feel? Did it feel very different going that much faster?
Oh, well, the crowd actually helps a lot. Thanks, guys. Yeah, you guys rock. The crowd really, really helped. It sort of took away that pain factor until the last, little bit of that workout, and then the last 12 burpees felt amazing, but I really felt it when I crossed the line and collapsed into a heap. I was in a, quite uncomfortable situation there, but that's expected. If you don't want to hurt, then it's probably the wrong sport for you.
So can you give us all some advice on how to embrace that hurt when we're doing our burpees?
Well, I think just take your mind to a good place, focus on something else. I focus on my breath a lot. I try and focus on my breathing, and that takes my mind away from, the leg burn and the heavy heart rate and, calm your breathing down. And we work a lot in our breathing and training, so just do your best there and that'll be fine. Just focus on something else.
Well, congratulations, James Newbury. Let's hear it for him, guys.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
An outstanding performance so far from James Newbury after 4 events. Boom, he's destroying the field at the moment. 5:38, getting the jump on Khan Porter. Baden Brown, he moved back a little bit after event 3, but he's moving back the other way, and Zeke Grove needed to do something special with event number 4, and he's done just that with a top 5 position. Royce Dunn doing himself some favours by coming in 8th fastest. So he'll be still kicking around at the top of the leaderboard. And moving day for day 2 action here at Kudos Bank Arena is going to continue. And what are we going to see, D, for tomorrow, if that day 2's anything to go by? And now we actually had standings after 4 events. James Newbury. Red line is what we're after, and the top 5 is what we're after. Brandon Swan dropping out now, but Baden Brown moving himself back in. Khan Porter moving himself back in. 12 points separate 3rd and 7th, which is going to make for a crazy day 3 action. Oh, it's going to be absolutely out of control, D.
It's going to be an exciting finish, you know, coming home. There is only 12 points the difference here, so it could be up to anybody.
As we've seen on the last event at the last couple of years at regional level, Dave Castro programs an event that sort of just throws disarray that is so quick. We're going to be seeing that at the back end of tomorrow. But that will just do it for us for the men's competition. The women are on the way very soon, so stick around. We've got more action here from Kudos Bank Arena. For all your leaderboard results, make sure you head over to games.crossfit.com.
Ladies and gentlemen.